Welcome back to my channel. We're all here together. I have something very exciting to show you. I ordered about a week and a half ago the MCGRATH Mothership, one of the 3 Mothership palettes. I basically had to like take a mortgage out of my home to buy it because it's so expensive. But after seeing the swatches on Instagram and their site, I was like, okay, this eyeshadow might be worth it. This might be worth severe debt. So all that to say, I bought the palette, just got it today, have seen no reviews on YouTube. I was scouring the internet for reviews or any sort of video tutorial, but other than Pat McGrath herself, I saw nothing. So I was like, why don't I film one? I am obviously not a makeup artist, so this is my normal girl using Pat McGrath Labs. So this is the packaging here. This is how it came. Full disclosure, I have opened this, I have played with it, and then I put it back in the packaging for the magic of television. So let's open her up. So this is the Mothership palette in 3, which is Subversive. There are 2 other palettes. This one looked the most interesting to me, and I was like, if I'm gonna spend some coin, I better get something I don't have. And so this, I really felt like I didn't have most or any of these colors. So let's get to it. So you open up the packaging. It looks like this. Super, super, super pretty. It has the shade names here, which you can see. And then this is gorgeous. So the packaging is really, really pretty, has a really nice embossing. It feels very heavy. And then on the back, I don't know if you can see that, but it says Pat McGrath Labs, and then it has all of this engraved into this metal piece, which I'm pretty sure this is why this palette is so expensive. I mean, it's probably the shadow quality as well, but all these like kind of details up that price. So I will show you the palette in just a minute. I'm gonna put this to the side. I'm gonna do kind of a makeup tutorial starting from obviously a blank slate, just because I thought it would be fun to make a little getting ready with me. So we're gonna put the palette to the side. I'm gonna do some very basic face makeup. I think because the colors, which I will soon reveal, are so kind of vibrant and crazy, I just wanna go for a super simple bronze chiseled face with like not super heavy foundation, not, you know, not super blushed out or anything like that. Just really kind of simple on the face, and then let the eyes be the star. Okay, so obviously I have a bare face, so I'm gonna start with a combination. These are my favorite BB creams. They're by a company called Erborian. I mix these 2 because I'm in an in-between skin time. So this is the caramel and this is the Doré? I don't know. The Doré is lighter, the caramel is obviously darker. Here they are, so you can see. And I'm gonna mix these 2 shades. I always just put like a little drop of each on the back of my hand. Very technical way of doing this. And then I mix them. These are really nice because I generally tap them on with my fingers all over. Obviously my skin is prepped with moisturizer. I didn't put primer on today because I forgot. Like a good blogger. Okay, so I'm just distributing that all over my face. And then I'm just gonna beauty blend the hell, oh God, I got it in my hair. Beauty blend the hell out of it. This stuff is really great. It's Korean skincare mixed with makeup. I've talked about it so many times on this channel, every time, because I use it almost every day. Really, like for everyday makeup, it's my go-to. It's such a nice consistency. It's thin, but it's not too it's not so sheer that you don't feel like you're wearing anything, but then people are like, my favorite compliment that people give me when I wear this is, wow, your skin looks really great, not your makeup looks great. So isn't that always the goal? Okay, so I think that's pretty blended. It goes on really, really sheer. Nice coverage. So that was the Erborian BB cream. Next, I'm gonna use this Tarte Shape Tape. I use the color medium. I really love this as like a concealer and under eye. To me, it covers, but it's not too drying. I have some major pimples today. Say hello to Karen and Colleen. They are terrible. It's about to be that time of the month, so you know what that means. The pimples are out. So I'm gonna just beauty blend that. The nice thing about this Tarte Shape Tape, I feel like it blends. I mean, I'm sure you've heard about Tarte Shape Tape. It's only like used a million times on YouTube. But the thing is it blends in really well and it doesn't feel cakey or heavy, which I like. So blend that in on the under eye. And also, I mean, people use the Shape Tape also for, they use darker shades for contour, all that. I haven't gotten so into that, mostly because it feels like a lot of makeup to be putting all over the face. So I kind of just keep it under my eyes and to cover up as needed. So that covered that right up. Next, I'm gonna use Glossier's Wowder in light medium. I really like this powder. Oh, sorry, the packaging is so dirty for my hands. I really like this powder. This is how it comes. It has like a small makeup trampoline, you know, in there. Put a little on my beauty blender. Go under and I just like set the concealer. I don't like powder all over my face. It's way too drying for me. So I just put it kind of in my T-zone, but not all the way over here because I like a little bit of sheen and dewiness. So mostly just alongside my nose and on my chin, and especially covering Karen and Colleen here. All right, so that is that. All right, so for contour, I am using this Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer in the shade Baked. I really like stick formula things. I find them very easy and fun to use and really great for travel. So I'm just quickly putting this. I'm actually gonna skip my nose because I'm gonna contour my nose with a brush. All right, so I wanna show you how easy this blends out. It's really simple. I love this product. Hope they never take it away. It's by far the most easy contour to apply that I own. All right, as you can see, that blended out super quick. I'm just rubbing that into my neck. My face is a little darker right now than my body, so just trying to make up for that a little bit, you know? Okay, so as you can see, I am contoured. All right, so next I am going to use this Hoola by Benefit bronzer. You know what's funny? This product I have never used until this week, which is crazy because I feel like everyone's used Hoola bronzer. I've been sleeping on it a little bit, and so I bought it to test out because winter is coming and I don't want to be too pale. So I'm just going over my cheeks. I'm basically gonna use bronzer instead of a blush because these eyeshadows are so pigmented. All right, blend that in my nose. Just blend everything out a little bit. Got those stray hairs going on. not coming out of my face from the brush. Okay. I'm actually gonna go in with the Hoola bronzer and contour my nose just a tiny bit. I don't always do this, but it's kind of fun to do on a face that's pretty simple. So I'm just gonna go in with the Hoola on the sides of my nose. Just blend down a little bit. Tip of my nose underneath. So obviously it's very, very light. I don't want to like contour my nose so I have like, you know, Michael Jackson's nose, R.I.P. This is a Laura Geller highlighter. I just got this. It's called Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Peach Glow. That is a really long name. I've used this once or twice since I got it, but I really like it. It has like a little bit of a duochrome, which I like. All right. See that? Looks good to me. Putting a tiny bit on my temples. I'm gonna do a tiny bit on my nose, my cupid's bow. Just barely though. I don't wanna be like glowing too much because this eyeshadow palette is definitely gonna speak for itself. So next I'm gonna take my Tarte Lid Lock in Buff. I really like this eyeshadow primer. I think it is, it doesn't crease on me. It's pretty, it dries down really fast. I really like it. I've had a good last month with this little guy. Okay. So my eyes are primed, ready to go. Time for the fun part. I'm gonna lay down just an all over nude shade all over my lid. And then I'm gonna then go in, do my brows, then we're gonna do eyeshadow. I'm gonna use this Tarte Pro palette. I'm gonna use the color Innocent as just like a base color. Tarte makes some like really amazing, just like matte shadows. I mean, they make really great shimmers as well, but their mattes are just really great to lay things down on top of, and they make them in so many great neutral shades. Easily wearable, that's what I like. All right, Innocent is going down nicely. So that was just like a really basic neutral shade. All right, so next, because the shadows are so shimmery and pigmented, I'm gonna do this color Classic, which is just like an ivory color on my brow bone. Just to highlight that a tiny bit. And that's gonna be the basis of my eye, and then I'm gonna layer the Pat McGrath shadows on top. So, all right, time for brows, because everything looks better with the brow done. So I'm gonna go in with my European Wax Center Browfection pencil. It's in the shade Taupe Light, and I really love these brow pencils. They're super thin. They're nicely pigmented. I never, ever thought that I would be the shade Light or Taupe, because my hair in my brows is naturally dark, but because my hair is so blonde, this is actually my correct shade. It's also like tends to be pretty ashy, which is nice. You don't want any like red brows, you know? I like my brows to look a little bit more wild and bushy, so the next two steps are gonna help with that. So I'm gonna take my Browfection Brow Powder Duo in Sand Taupe. I only use really the darker shade. I have this brush, this is also from European Wax Center, And what I like to do is to go in and fill in what I've already done with my pencil. But then I also, like when it gets into the thick part of the brow, I like to brush backwards with the brow powder. So the front is not so perfect. You don't want your, I mean, contrary to popular belief, you don't want your brows to look like they've been like painted on, or at least I don't personally. So I'm going just back stroking through the hairs to fill in a little bit more. And then the last step to make them kind of look a little more wild and a little bit more bushy, that Cara Delevingne eye. I'm using this Ready Set Brow from European Wax Center. This product is a brow groomer. It's a clear shade. It's a little brown because I've been taking it through my eyebrows for a while. But basically what I like to do is go through, oops, got it on my eye, go through, put it on, let it dry for a second. By the time you get done with the other eye, I should really put my hair back in tutorials. Come on, girl. I let it dry for just a sec, and then my favorite thing to do is take it again and almost like brush back, put more product in the brow. I mean, like your brow looks insane for a second, but brush it back just a tiny bit to add a little bit more volume. Let that dry for a second, and then go through and just lightly groom them into place. But I like them a little bit wild. As you can see, they're not super perfect, which I prefer. All right, so now comes the fun part. I'm so excited to play with these shadows. Okay, so we're gonna take out the Holy Grail. Just look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Okay, let's open this bad boy up. As you can see, these shades are ridiculous. Like, Pat. You did good, Pat. Obviously, you can see I've been playing in them a tiny bit, but these shadows, the pigment, the color, you get a lot of product as well, which is good. Because like for this kind of price, like we should be getting a lot of products. But the shadows are really, really pretty good in size and really pigmented. The packaging is just, like I said, just heavy as hell. So, you know what? I'm feeling like it would be really pretty to use these two colors, and maybe we'll play with one other tone and then I'll swatch the rest of them so you can see. But I think I'm going to start with this color here, which is called VR Pink. Going in, I'm wondering if I should wet my brush because they do have shimmer. Let me actually do that. I have some MAC Fix Plus here. I'm gonna wet my little flat brush and go back in. And then let's do this. Are you ready? I don't know if I'm ready. Wow. I'm going in with a very light hand at first because, like I said, these shadows are real pigmented. Like, I don't know if you can see that. The color shift goes from a gold to a pink. Do you see this color? Like, what in the world is happening? This is really, really cool. And here's the thing. I've tested so many eyeshadows, I've played with so many things. Like, to do something really different in beauty is hard because there's so much out there. And I really feel like that these colors are really different and they're not really something that's out there already. All right, I'm gonna go in on this side. Just lay it down on there. Like at first you're like, is this that pigmented? And then you look at it and you're like, holy hell. Like, hi, this is beautiful. This is really good. Okay, so now that I put that shade down, I think I'm gonna go, oh my God, I'm getting nervous. All right, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go in with this light shade here called Astral Ghost Orchid. Pat was like, what should we call this? Astral Ghost Orchid. Okay. And it's like, it looks white in the pan, but it looks white in the pan, but I did swatch it on my hand earlier and it definitely is not white. So I'm gonna go in. Guys, look at this. Do you see this little like pink duochrome moment? This is just the most interesting shadow. It really is really good, really interesting. Okay, so that is the pink laid down. Now typically I probably wouldn't go in with a ton more colors, but because it's fun and it's a YouTube video about this palette, I think I am going to add a little bit of this green color called Gigabyte. And I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna add it under my eye. Whoa, guys, this is so pretty. And I'm not even using the brush wet at this point. I'm just putting the product on dry with a very, very light hand, because again, it's like 1 p.m. So I'm not trying to like scare people at this time. But like if you were going out, like, do you see that? The color is so rich. It's like the most beautiful mix of like olive and gold in a metallic. It's gorgeous, really, really gorgeous. All right, the rest I'm gonna swatch for you in a minute. But I think for now, instead of a harsh liner, I'm gonna take the black color, which is called Extreme Black. And I'm just gonna go in on the edge here and here, just to like deepen that up. I'm gonna take the same color on a small brush and just go in the corner here. So just deepen it up just a tiny bit, but I don't think like a harsh liner thing is gonna be the right vibe for this look. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna do for the shadows. Needless to say, so bomb, so bomb. I'm like beyond sold. I am gonna do some mascara on the bottom. So this is the Voluminous Carbon Black, my favorite drugstore mascara. Not just the carbon black color, just in general, voluminous mascaras from L'Oreal are really the best. Obviously do my mascara O phase. I don't put mascara on my top lashes because of my eyelash extensions. So I just need a little bit on the bottom. Actually, I feel like you could have done without the bottom mascara, but just to add a little bit more dimension and a more finished look, I'm gonna do it. Oh, as always, I got mascara on the bottom, so I always, a little tip trick, wait for it to completely dry. Don't try to rub it right now, let it completely dry, and then I take a little Q-tip and it just pops right off the shadow underneath, so not stressing. I think the last step of this look is a lip, and this one is from Urban Decay. It's in the color Insanity. Get that right on the lip. I definitely think with this look, a nude lip, a nude sheer lip is the way to go. Mostly because like the eyes are the thing I want to like pop. The lipstick I'm using is actually AVON. Like AVON came through with lipstick this year, and I was sleeping on AVON, but I'm not anymore. They make my #1 fave nude lip right now, like AVON. It is in the color, it just says lipstick. Oh, it's called Naturally Nude. This is a lipstick called Lipstick. Not great. Okay, so as you can see, it has been through the ringer. I'm gonna just apply this It's just like a really pretty sheer nude. I want to buy like 200 of this color because I'm paranoid that it will go away. All right, so overall, I think this look is so cool. Lastly, I just wanted to show you guys the swatches of this amazing palette. Honestly, I couldn't be happier with how this turned out. I really, really love this final look, but there's so many other looks that I can imagine doing with this palette. So thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and I'll see you guys in the next one.